What's up, everyone? It's Firebolt the Gamer, and, one second. I don't know why, I just like wearing a hat when I'm recording. Oh. Anyway, guys, really sorry that I haven't been posting videos regularly. I'm gonna try to get back on that, now that I'm trying a new style of video that doesn't take as long. So if you like this kind of style of video, make sure to let me know, and I'll continue the series. So we're actually filming our first episode of Breath of the Wild stuff. Now this is just gonna be a series where I basically give you tips, give you tricks, give you like little Easter eggs and stuff of things you can find in Breath of the Wild, because I've beaten this game, and I'm still finding stuff to explore. Like, I haven't even scratched the surface of the game. One of the things in Breath of the Wild, if you've been playing for a few minutes, then you're probably familiar with these guys. These are the Guardians, and they're one of the most tough enemies in any Zelda game ever. And you know, once you start exploring the great depths of Hyrule, they're literally everywhere. So if you're going to start exploring in Breath of the Wild, you're definitely going to want some ways to be able to beat these guys. So I've come up with 3 easy ways to defeat a Guardian. Let's show them who's boss. Okay, so basically one of the best places to find Guardians is in the Hyrule Castle area, but I just recently killed all of them, so I'm gonna have to try and get a Blood Moon so they'll respawn. 1 second.
12 seconds later.
Man, how hard is it to get a Blood Moon? Jeez.
2 hours later.
Oh great, now it's raining. Alright, so you know what? Screw that. I could not get a Blood Moon for the life of me, so we're just gonna try and find a Guardian somewhere else, and I'm sure there's one somewhere. Alright, so I did real quick warp to Hyrule Castle because I do want to show you real quick how to identify them if you're not sure. See, look at this one right here. You'll see a lot of these out in the wild, and one of the things you might not know if it's active or not. So one of the things you could do is go into your camera, and if you look right here, if we're just scanning basically the area, whenever the camera passes something alive, it'll beep, it'll make a little noise, and it'll tell you what it is. See, look, that says Decayed Guardian. If I tried that on a Guardian that looked the exact same but wasn't gonna come alive if I came near it, if I did that, then it wouldn't show Decayed Guardian. So right here it is, so I know that that one's actually alive. And there is an easier way if you don't want to bother doing that. If you've upgraded your stasis at the Hitino Tech Lab, I think it takes like 3 ancient cores maybe. If you pop into Stasis Plus, it'll actually highlight enemies that you can freeze. So it won't do that for the inactive ones, but for the ones that will come alive, it will go ahead and highlight them for you. Alright, we got one right up here, so let's see if we can go ahead and get that guy. Alright, so this first technique I'm going to show you is the first technique I learned and the technique I used to kill my first Guardian. So this will require you to have a shield, preferably a metal one. It doesn't have to be, but if it's wooden and you mess up on this technique, it will most likely burn. So I would recommend having a metal shield. So I'm going to use my worst shield, which kind of looks to be this rusty shield here. So what you're going to want to do, actually let me disable Daruk's protection real quick. What you're going to want to do is when you're holding R, Link will hold his shield like this, and when you press A, he'll do a parry move. So you want to take advantage of that. Alright, so hopefully we can do this without too much trouble. I'm going to go ahead and eat some food, just in case things go wrong. Why did I eat that one? I was saving that. Oh well. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy. What's funny is actually when you want them to see you, it's almost impossible. It's really frustrating, because look, right here, notice me. Alright, he sees me. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Fingers crossed. There we go. Alright, that's what it's going to look like if you do it correctly. It'll sort of go into slow motion, and you'll see it redirected, and you won't take any damage, and I don't think it does any damage on your shield either. So if you can do this perfectly, there's nothing wrong with using a wooden shield. So yeah, that's basically what it's going to look like, and something to note is that with a Stalker, 1 second. Alright, we did it again. With a Stalker, one like this, with 1,500 health, sorry. Alright, he's dead. With 1,500 health, it's going to take 3 perfect deflects to kill it. With the Decayed Guardians, they only have 500 health, so it's only going to take 1. So that's pretty cool, yeah. It's not very practical, especially if you're fighting, like, a lot at once, if a lot are coming at you, or if it's a Flying Guardian, it's a lot harder. But yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind if there's just one, and you know, you don't want to waste anything else. That's a very good technique to keep in mind. Alright, so this second technique is actually a lot easier than the first technique, a lot quicker, and a lot more reliable, but it does use more materials. basically, if you have ancient or guardian weapons, like this one right here, it's a guardian sword. I got an ancient battle axe, and I got a guardian sword plus. So what you can do is actually with the ancient weapons, you can actually go up and cut off the guardian's legs, if it's a moving one, and it also does a whole lot of damage. So one good thing is that you can shoot an arrow into their eye and it'll stun them, so they'll kind of be looking around pointlessly for a minute and they're not going to be locked onto you. Cutting off its legs does the same thing. So each leg you cut off will stun it for a minute, so you can just go around and cut all of them off. And then once you do it, they're sort of just sitting there all pointlessly. So I don't think we need any food. I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. So also, if you have the Master Sword, that also works. And I'm going to go ahead and do that because I don't want to waste my Guardian weapons since the Master Sword is indestructible. And I can just wait for its energy to come back. Now, and plus it looks really cool when it's glowing. So we're going to go ahead and go up to this guy. And I always like to start it off by stunning him initially because it's kind of hard if he's shooting you before you get the first one. See, look, he just kind of falls over. So yeah, we're going to try and chop off this leg. Come on, no! Okay, we gotta stun him again. We gotta stun him again. No, okay. We gotta stun him again. There we go, one leg. You can just sort of go around and chop off each one of its legs. Come on, man. No, I'm dead. Alright, I gotta eat some food. He's gonna kill me. Alright, I had to use Daruk's protection, but that's alright. Usually I can just go around and do it without too many problems, but I guess it's just not my lucky day today. Alright, so you don't have to actually cut off all the legs, it just kind of helps, I think. Oh, wait. Come on, there's a thunderstorm? Am I about to die? I'm about to get struck by lightning? Okay, well, so be it. Alright, so look at how much damage that's doing. I literally just killed him, and I got electrocuted by lightning, but I don't care. So yeah, look at how much damage that does. That's a really good technique to use, especially if you have the Master Sword and you don't have to sacrifice any weapons. So that's definitely another good one to keep in mind. Alright, so this third and final technique is by far the quickest and easiest way to kill a Guardian, and it's one that I really like to use when there's multiple ones chasing after me at once. Now, it does require you to have a lot of ancient materials and a lot of rupees. Basically, this is the technique using ancient arrows. Now, basically, if you don't know about ancient arrows, if you can shoot one directly into the eye of a Guardian, that's a one-hit KO. It's instantly dead. So that's why, like, you can just go bam, 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 and kill all the Guardians at once. So that's really good. And I only have 35. That might not seem like a lot, but it actually is. So if you don't know where to get them, the easiest way to get them is go to the Akkala Tech Lab. Like the Hateno Tech Lab, you will need to bring a blue flame there and sort of activate that whole thing. But once you do, you can bring ancient materials from Guardians you've killed up there, along with some rupees. I don't think it costs that much to make, like, maybe 5 ancient arrows. I think it costs, like, 500 rupees. So you can go there, and you can actually use your ancient materials to make ancient arrows. So once you do that, you can actually... Alright, let me show you. So it's easiest if you have some way to get up into the air. You could create, like, maybe a fire to use the updraft. I don't know why that didn't work. Okay, it's for some reason grass isn't catching fire, but yeah, you can make a fire and use the updraft. But I'm going to use Revali's Gale just because I have that ability and it's really helpful. And you don't actually have to be up in the air, it's just easier if you use the slow motion, because if they're active then they're going to be moving around a lot. It's kind of hard to shoot it directly in the eye. So I'm going to fly up and try and go... That's not a very good position because he's kind of... Alright. So I'm going to go into... Okay, that did not work at all. What the heck is going on? Alright, it doesn't matter. Bam! Dead. Look at that. He was just sort of sitting there pointlessly. I don't know why he was doing that. But yeah, shoot it directly in the eye, he's instantly dead. That's, one thing to note is that that's not really good to use on Decayed Guardians, or, like, even that. If you're good enough, you don't want to use it on the Stalkers either, because they're really hard to come by. They're pretty expensive. So I would save those for if there's multiple Guardians, or if there's a Flying Guardian. Those are a lot harder to kill. But yeah, that is the easiest way, like I said, to kill a Guardian. So if you did enjoy this video, please let me know, because I want to know if I should start making more videos like this. So let me know what else I should talk about in Breath of the Wild, or if this video helped you out. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace!